And welcome to Your Just Average Podcast.
Wow, you fucked up the title. Welcome to Just Your Average Podcast.
Because you just
I'm
did that.
Chris. That's Chad. This is Mike. He's back again. If you watch,
He's not
high as a kite. He was smoking. He spent some time with Mary Jane. That's what we're gonna put it as.
She's a wonderful woman. I'm sorry, but she's
Wait,
good.
don't forget to give me those glasses when I was doing
Okay, yeah. I'll pop them in.
What?
Because my glasses are fucked up. Gotta pop in the new lenses.
I have a pair that's probably the same lenses as he uses.
Because I don't have to wear them, and I can wear them nice. Cool.
He's such a cute
Those eyelashes.
boy. So today's gonna be a really interesting episode. This is gonna come out right after, what was the last one we filmed? 46? 45, 46? Yeah, because that was the one with Mike. So 47. This is episode, I think, 47 or 48. You'll find out if you're watching it, looking at the title. Just look down.
This one we're gonna get some serious shit, and we're gonna get some goofy shit.
I guess we're just gonna jump right into the deep end of it.
Wanna do the Andy Signore one?
I mean, you've already said the name, so obviously we have to, dumbass.
Okay, we explain. I have no idea what
Alright,
happened.
let me break down my thoughts on it, then you will break down your thoughts on it. Basically, if anybody knows who Andy Signore is, he was Screen Junkies.
TLDR.
Pretty much the Screen Junkies founder and everything. He founded Man in Arms, you know, that cool show where they make all the weapons and stuff.
I don't think he founded it, but
No, he created it. It's his...
he created the idea of it.
Yeah, it's pretty much his baby. But that's besides the point. It doesn't really matter to the fact that we're going in.
It was sold and it's useless now.
Yeah. Because now they just do the same thing over and over. But that's another story.
I feel like
No, Man at Arms is gone because Defy Media went bankrupt and...
They're not doing Man at Arms Reforged?
Dude, it's all gone.
Really?
Because Defy Media went under, All Me, AWE,
So
Me...
Phantom didn't buy it? That sucks.
They're currently doing their own thing. If I can, I'll splash it up on screen, but I know they're doing their own... They're doing their own thing on YouTube right now. So... I also apologize for how blurry it looks, but like the camera apparently shit itself, so we're trying to get a new one soon.
It's pretty good to me.
Mike, you shut the fuck up.
That's my opinion.
Look how good I look, and look how kind of good you look, and look how shitty Chris looks.
Yeah, like it grades.
It's like the right side of the camera just sucks.
Apparently.
That's why that light's there.
Just tap it.
But anyway, basically, Andy Signore was accused of sexual misconduct by, what was her name?
He was accused of sexual assault as well as just being a creepy bastard.
But recent news, we already covered this when we covered the whole Me Too movement back in the day with Harvey Weinstein.
I was about to say Weinstein creepy, or are we talking
Yeah,
about...
this literally came out.
Yeah,
right
kind of
about that.
Weinstein creepy. Not as
But
bad, but like...
He basically spent 2 years building up his whole like report and everything to back himself up. And now he has all the text messages, all the things he had contact with this girl, pretty much being like everything she said was a lie.
April, I want to say April O'Donnell's her name.
So pretty much everything she said was a lie. And her response was, I want to put this all behind me, blah, blah, blah. And she didn't even have like, a good response to him saying all this.
So are we
It was
talking
just
about...
her being like, this is my truth. And I hate when people say my truth, because it doesn't necessarily mean their truth.
No, it does mean their truth. It means the truth from their perspective.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the truth.
But it is their truth. That's the problem. You and I can experience the same thing, but we can see it different ways. That's the problem.
She's pretty much inviting him.
The issue that I will say with this, and it's going to correct the way that I'm saying it, O'Donnell is very much... She invited a lot of the things that happened, and the affair that took place is very much amicable between the two of them. You can go watch Andy Signore's YouTube video. It's on Popcorned Planet, POPCORNED Planet. Me Too Misfire, Honest Defense of Andy Signore. He basically explains everything in significantly greater detail, and you can find all of the text messages. There's no cap on it. It's fine. Chad lost it like a fucking animal. You look like an idiot. I will say that. Putting the cap back on, huh?
He's giving it all rub down.
He goes through all of it, but there are text messages that come out that explain it was an amicable relationship. It doesn't mean that it was a relationship that should have happened, as he was married. But
See that.
Like when I just want to put this out there. When I'm defending him, total piece of shit. If he wasn't happy in his
he should have got no
marriage and
divorce.
go through it the way you should. Don't just like sneak around. But in his defense here, everything was consensual. Yeah. Like nothing she said was actually.
So this is Chad falling into his defense.
No, there's nothing in this was proven true. Like if you read all the messages and everything, she was pretty much egging him on for all of this.
No, she was. I'm gonna let you have your defense, and then I'll go on my explanation. Yeah. Not to get too nerd debatey if you watch the live stream of the Redux, the sequel, but go watch that. Plug.
No,
Shut up.
it was.
Stop.
That's not even.
And your penis.
No, she definitely lied about everything. And the problem is, I feel bad for her boyfriend. He's JTE, works at Screen Junkies.
I don't feel bad for him.
Well, so she he was
I
married. She had a boyfriend, but they both had an affair.
No, he was pretty. No, it started. She was having an affair with him.
With Andy.
Then she started seeing the JTE guy, and then she was like, "We can't do this anymore." Then, like a couple months later, I guess probably JTE found out about it.
She basically turned it around and was like, "Hey,
it's all your fault.
All of this is terrible. You need to stop." And then spiraled it into a sexual assault story.
And his messages actually show, okay, this will stop.
There are some discrepancies with some of them where they... how do I put it? There are gaps between the timestamps, which means it might be manipulated, but from what it looks like it's all
legit,
in line.
And you gotta think, like, there's all the problem now that people are being like, he's still flirting with fans, but I feel like this is just a very insecure guy. Like, he's pretty much me. Like, same body type, pretty ugly, has a beard.
I think you're prettier.
That's your opinion, though.
Thanks, honey.
Thanks, no problem. He looks very sad in that picture.
No, I'm just trying to give, like...
You gotta get the...
Kind of a glimpse into his mindset. A very insecure nerd being like, I have all this attention now. So, he twisted it and turned it into a bad thing. You know what I mean? This isn't me defending him. This is me going against him.
But the issue is... You can't use that because you're basically enabling the way... You're enabling his actions.
But how I'm looking at what you guys have been talking about, how I look at it is, okay, we're all grown-ups here.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want to cheat on your wife or your girlfriend. But he did. How you guys talk about it was mutual. We don't know what was going on with his wife. We don't know if their situation, there was kind of rocky. You never know. And, what's the boyfriend's name?
JT.
So he was already kind of with her before this kid.
No, he was with after the fact that they were having the affair.
Right near the end of their affair, Andy and O'Donnell, she started talking to JTE or JET, whatever.
Okay.
And she decided to break off the affair with Andy and started dating Jay. I'm just gonna call him Jay to make it easy.
Okay.
After a little while, she then turned around and was like, all of this, I was coerced into it. This was all, like, you forced yourself on me, and that's...
She brought up pretty fucked up things, like he just showed up to a room with sex toys and stuff.
Yeah. Who is she to him? Assistant?
She was a fan.
A
fan, and then she worked with him.
No, okay. She was a fan, and then they brought her on the Screen Junkies to, like...
And then she worked with them.
I don't think
she worked for Screen Junkies for a little while.
She worked with him, liked him, found somebody else, then was like, "Ooh, I might get a cash day."
And mind you, Jay and Andy were both friends before all this.
I don't know.
Well, Andy was his boss technically,
and now he's losing some of his company.
This is the problem. Right when that happened,
Andy got fired.
Yeah, right when that happened, Defy Media pretty much took him off.
Okay.
Everything, and Screen Junkies went like blank out for like 2 weeks, pretty much.
At that point, you have to because there's such a negative press on you.
But this is the thing we gotta go. Should people lose their jobs upon relationship quarrels to have with their significant other? If it
affects your job.
If it wasn't the whole sexual harassment thing. Like, if this gets all proven that he's innocent, should he be able to get his job back?
You can't specifically rely on that one due to the fact of it wasn't just that, it's the fact that he has fans. Fans who are younger than 18 years old. Fans who are emotionally manipulated easily. That's where you lose your job. I don't care if you're a nervous guy. I don't care if you're someone who's uncomfortable around the opposite sex. I don't care if you're someone who hasn't had a chance to actually like interact with the opposite sex and like all of this fame and fortune's getting to you. You can just scooch forward a little bit. You're good. If you physically can't understand that there are boundaries that need to be set between you and someone else. Like, if this gets anywhere bigger, I don't care who you are, I don't care what you are a part of. There's not a moment in my life when I'm going to look at you and be like, oh, well, I could talk and flirt with you, because after everything is said far and down,
agreement will never do that.
like,
Low five.
that's penis. I am...
See? It happens!
No, that's between us. Shut up.
Okay.
You liked it. You should have seen us
It's not
behind his
the
dumpster.
point.
This isn't me trying to be
That's
devil's
a
advocate.
private story.
It's not private now. But as soon as it comes to dealing with people on the outside, like if someone came up to us and said, oh, I love the Just Your Average brand, I love the channel, I love the podcast, like you guys are phenomenal, and like it was a lady or a guy or any of it, there's not a moment in my mind when I think, oh, well, yeah, this is cool. Like, I would shake your hand, say that's awesome, I'll take a picture, but I will never take your phone number or any of that other information. Like, that's it. I don't care. Like, I'll shake your hand, you're awesome, you can get a signature from me, that's it.
See, is that a weird problem we have in like normal society now, where men just have to be super careful about who they interact with as like a fan base and stuff?
Henry Cavill said it the best. It's hard to try to make any kind of move without it being interpreted, because no matter what, it's like what we said earlier. There is a truth, but there are three truths. There's yours, there's mine, and then there's what's happened. And no matter what, everybody interprets things differently. So that's where the issue really lies, is it's like everybody sees things differently.
Okay, I understand that, but we're talking about a girl that possibly if it's true, ruined a man's career. He can bounce back in like a year, have his own company, have his own YouTube channel, start rebranding, redoing what he has to do. But this woman destroyed what he had, he built.
The problem with this is he can't find a job anywhere. Like, he got kind of lucky. He has his channel now, has a good amount of subscribers and everything.
It's almost 100,000 actually.
Yeah, he like can't find a job anywhere because of this. Because once all this stuff happens, it's like I'm surprised Johnny Depp can still find work.
But the issue, it's significantly,
it's like a $5 million lawsuit he just had to pay to Amber Heard.
But what's worse about it is the fact that it's not just this one woman. It's the entire fan base that he was like flirting with, making sexual jokes with, making people feel uncomfortable, touching them inappropriately, and it's like
at like conventions.
At convention,
okay.
Yeah, like at conventions, and it like
okay.
You can find it all over, and like it sucks. But
you can see him doing it. Do you see the other person kind of feel uncomfortable?
There are a lot of people who came forward. There are a lot of people who like can corroborate.
But the
stories.
problem is, like with her, like it's hard to like take the stuff seriously.
If you're looking at it just the one person, it's hard for me to say that he should have lost his job, especially due to the fact of
like I understand he should have got divorced. Like,
with everything coming out, it's hard to be able to say.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah,
that's happening.
Like I don't feel bad whatsoever. He lost his family and everything.
I don't feel bad about that. I feel an issue with him losing his job if it were specifically this one woman and this one case. Because all the information didn't come out at one time, and he should have given all the information at once so that everything could have been made apparent.
So his lawyers telling him to kind of chill. You don't want to blow this up.
But,
build your case. Don't act on emotion.
But the issue is that it's all of the other things that go along with it. You can't act on a fan base and use your fame and your popularity to do inappropriate things with people who you've never met in your life and may never meet again.
To give him like one little plus, I'm very surprised he admitted to all that in his statement.
I'm not, because he knew he did something wrong.
I think his lawyers will like just admit.
I don't even think that there's any more of like lawyers involved anymore at this point. I think
there were. That's why he just released a statement now.
After settling a lawsuit with Defy for breach of contract and negligent infliction of emotional distress, Signore is now providing more insight. So the reason he couldn't say anything is because there was a lawsuit with Defy Media.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Even still, it provided slightly more protection for O'Donnell. But the fact that he provides all this information and she can easily shy away from it and just be like, I'm done, I'm moving on, it's a really hard cop-out on her end and on Jay's end, where Andy just kind of lays it all bare, and it's like, do I think he should get his job back? Not at all, because after everything's said and done, you can't act that way with a fan base. You can't rely on the fact that, oh, I'm just an awkward, creepy guy, because no matter what, there are plenty of awkward, creepy guys out there. But that's when don't touch people.
Yeah, don't touch me.
What do we say?
I mean, but we're all comfortable with each other. Don't like, if you're at a con, like if Mike were a girl at a con or a guy at a con, and I was just like, wow, you're hot. That's kind of fucking weird.
It's more of, I feel like most of it was him going up like, oh, hey, how's it going?
Okay, but put it in this situation. He did this. Obviously, some people have come forward. It's creepy. Sorry about that. What happens if he was 6 degrees hotter? Would anybody mind? Would all these actors and superstars that are the fan, maybe they just have that aura about them. They're not flirting, but it's them.
I think so, because if you look at Keanu Reeves and you look at everything that's going on with him,
Keanu Reeves is a chill dude.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
You hang out with him in the subway.
He's an attractive guy.
If you see pictures, he's always like
he's
this.
just like, he's got the hover hand.
Yeah,
and like
Keanu
he's
Reeves
never
the smartest actor out there.
So it's like, after everything's said and done, that man has nothing wrong. You can be as attractive as you want. You can be as creepy as you want, but you have to know
winning.
You just have to. That's a different story. You have to have these boundaries, and the fact that he didn't have them that was his downfall, and it sucks. I personally think it's fine that he lost his job. After everything is said and done, he still has a massive fan base. He still has a massive following. Is it significantly more splintered? Absolutely, but he did it to himself.
I will admit this. As a fan of Screen Junkies, I remember they came out with their Screen Junkies Plus. I was one of the idiots. Yeah, you see on my laptop. I was one of the idiots that gave $100 to their whole Patreon and everything. They become like a Screen Junkies member. That was something just ended, and I'm like, the fuck did I give you $100 for? And all I got was like a T-shirt. I don't even think I got a T-shirt. No, I got a T-shirt. I got like 2 shitty posters and like.
After podcast 50, we might have something to talk about in terms of Patreon, but that's a surprise for later. I don't know what that was supposed to be, but okay. I'm not. There's gonna be no after effects.
But
no, it's thwip. Hero noise.
Peter Tingle.
Peter Tingle.
I can feel my spooter senses tingling.
Did you hear Kevin Spacey got, like, he's done with the lawsuit?
That's bullshit.
With the boy?
I feel like the kid got paid out and he just never
Definitely
died.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, they probably hired him.
Kevin Spacey was one of my I was very upset when I heard about that.
I know, I was too.
Yeah, but you could tell.
I am a big Kevin Spacey fan. It's just, but you didn't know? There's something, like, him in House of Cards felt like it was really him.
But, like...
House of Cards.
You never watched House of Cards?
No, I don't.
It's a good show.
Louis C. We're actually watching Shameless, so if you want to see gratuitous titties and ass and penis...
First episode.
Hey.
No, Louis C.
Have you seen Shameless?
I've watched it.
I've seen
it. It's surprisingly good.
No, Louis C.K., we've talked about this before, was a very upsetting thing.
But
yeah, but he did it in a corner by himself.
Wait.
And he asked permission.
No, Sarah Silverman. He did ask permission.
That's what's worse. Is like,
the thing is, he always, even Sarah Silverman's like, he would always be like, hey, can I whip my dick out and jerk off? And she'd be like, sure.
And she never...
she thought it was a joke, probably.
Yeah, and then when he did, she was like, well, I'm already in the situation, so I'm going to look at a dick. I hate to put it like that, but it's like, you all... As much as it's going to pain me to say it, guy or girl, no matter what's said, as soon as it happens, you have every opportunity to say no. Unless you are drugged or drunk or something horrible is going on, you as a human being with a full cognitive response have the ability to say no.
Let me ask you this. You might not have you probably don't give a shit enough, but what celebrity would you be most upset about?
Ryan Reynolds.
I guess you do give a shit.
I give a lot of a shit. Right. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman's a saint.
Hugh Jackman is... I would take that man on the best date ever to Applebee's.
I would be pissed if Morgan Freeman.
Oh my gosh.
They did a Morgan Freeman thing.
Did they?
He was accused.
He was...
What?
He was acquitted from it.
To a point, he was accused.
No, he was accused, but then they're like, this is bullshit. You're Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
No, but who'd you just say? Hugh Jackman? You know he didn't want to be in a musical or anything because his brother made fun of him when he was a kid? Then as he got older, his brother's like, just do it.
His brother was like, yeah, you should do this. And then he fucking became amazing.
Greatest Showman was
and now he's fucking Wolverine. I want to see
Greatest
it.
Showman?
I want to see it.
I liked it. He was really good in it.
Was it? Is it a
Greatest
musical?
Showman?
Yeah.
It's a musical.
Hugh Jackman was awesome.
He was also... Have you seen Les Mis?
No.
See Les Mis. It's so good.
I just saw a movie on Netflix. It was a Japanese movie, subtitles in English, but it was a zombie movie.
Yeah.
It was on a train.
Train to Busan.
Train to Busan.
I've heard of
movie
it.
is fucking amazing.
Fucking God.
You know they're remaking it in
Are
American
they?
style?
An American?
Oh,
No, I want the Japanese style.
How
That
good?
little girl was amazing.
Korean.
Korean? Oh, sorry.
How
that
good
little
was
girl
the
amazing.
fat Korean guy?
The fat Korean? Oh, the guy that kicks ass?
Yeah, that guy
Oh
was
my
awesome.
God.
He's going to be in the Eternals.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that's
Okay, I know
gonna
who
be
you're talking
amazing.
about now.
That's
He's in
gonna
the
be
Eternals.
amazing.
He's so...
I was so
good.
I
Don't
knew
spoil
it. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I knew it was gonna happen. Throughout the whole movie, I was like, "Oh no,
He's too cool.
He's
just
too cool. He was just too cool. Oh, he's too cool."
I have to try and watch
Oh,
it
he's
while
too
on the
cool.
plane to Louisiana.
And I'm sorry, it's one of those movies where yes, if you read the subtitles, there's a story. It's a really good story. But if you just watch without the subtitles, you could understand it. You would
I
understand
became emotionally invested in these characters more with subtitles than I do with most American films.
That's true. Yeah.
It's not that hard
That
with
little
American
girl was
films.
so good.
The two grandmas.
Yeah, that was funny as shit.
Oh my God, the two grandmas.
I felt like an SNL skit with them.
Yeah, but you could see. But the only thing I thought was kind of it was cool. It was two grandmas, but you could tell they looked younger than everybody else.
No, it was
They,
good.
they,
That's the
except
issue
for
with
one.
Asian people is like they're either 20 years old or they're 107.
They got
No, it
great
looked
skin.
like one
You
of
got
them was wearing like a
great-
gray wig.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, looked like they were in a gray wig.
Yeah, yeah, she looked like she was like 20.
Dude, that was
That was so good. I just watched
You need
it.
to watch it so we can talk about that. We should review that movie.
I guess to like kind of wrap it all up into a neat little package, I have a different opinion. Chad has a different opinion. Mike has a different opinion. But like I said, there are three truths to everything. Chad would have his own truth. I'd have my own truth. But then there's the one that happens in the middle that actually happened. Mm-hmm. So you can't instantly take someone's word for everything because it's the same thing when it comes to girls who accuse guys of rape and then it comes out a month later that, oh, they didn't actually do it. Or the other way around. Like, it's shitty.
The lesson we need to learn is
Touch yourself.
yourselves, not others. I was hoping you go not others so we can get it at the same time. That would be cute.
We actually did, like, for the most part. Like, that's the first shirt we're gonna make. Touch yourself.
Not others.
Yeah. It's just, I don't...
What was the preschool? Schools began keep your hands and feet to yourself.
Yeah, but then in preschool, you were, like, standing in the back of the play yard, and you were like, I got a penis, you wanna see it?
Yeah, but then you gotta remember, most of these dances are like guys grinding on girls.
Yeah, but that
It's
didn't
like-
come out until
It gives
That's not a dance,
90s
though.
to
That's a
2000.
disappointment.
No, it's school dances being like, we're not school dances because you all can't stop grinding. No, the problem is like...
Some kid got pregnant.
Yeah.
Grinding.
No, the problem is like
Wear
sexuality
panties.
is just so thrown into people's faces where people are just like, they think they're so hot and everything that they're like, of course this girl wants it.
It also raises it into the world of like we live in such a time and era where everybody's on Instagram, everyone's on Facebook, everybody's like you're looking at people who are like glorified into these beautiful images, and it's like you can fucking go check out my Instagram. You'll see it at either the top of the episode or the bottom of the episode. I'm ugly as I am right now. I have a dog. You'll see pictures of her. You'll see pictures of food, and you'll see pictures of my ugly face and my gorgeous girlfriend. No, that's only if you subscribe to the Patreon.
That's his grinder account.
Shut God.
But did you guys hear about this?
That's how I found Chad, and this started.
I think so.
How do you think I found Chad?
Oh.
Same fucking dirty company.
Oh, same dirty company. Oh.
No, but did you guys
Can
hear...
I say it and bleep it?
Yeah, I don't care.
Bleep.
I don't even have to do any work for that one. That was awesome. Whose blue lighter is that, by the way?
Huh? That's Kyle's.
Well, it's mine now. Thank
Another
you.
honest-
That's why you asked for it.
Another honest opinion I want from you guys. And we're going to talk about the topic, then I'm going to talk about I really want your opinion on the reactions of it. A 41-year-old man was arrested on Friday after...
Oh, wait, hold on. Scroll back a second. Oh, what?
A 41-year-old man,
Okay.
Pennsylvania man, was
English.
arrested on Friday after he fatally shot a 17-year-old boy because the boy had allegedly got his daughter addicted to drugs and cocaine.
He
So
killed him?
Killed a kid.
He killed him. Intent?
Yes.
Definitely
like full
going
intent being
full
like,
intent.
you fucking son of a bitch. Wow. And in the comments section of the article, everybody's like, yeah, good for you. That's awesome. Yeah, this guy's great.
I don't think there's all the comments. I definitely think there's a split no matter what.
I read like a lot of them. It was probably like every 10 comments, maybe one was like, what's wrong?
Nobody
Yeah, but
deserves to die for something like that. I understand it's drugs. I understand he should have got a whooping. A whooping.
But death isn't.
Death is not. Like,
that's only suitable for
can-
rapists and kitty fiddlers.
Yeah.
I feel like if somebody, you should just be locked in a room and let people you.
No, you should just be locked in a room with hungry rats.
Let them you in the ass. Let gerbils climb.
No, do what they did.
So I just bleeped out all of that what fucking Chad just said.
Whoa.
That's just going to be one big black box over Chad. I don't know how the fuck that's going to work.
What is your honest opinion towards this, though? Do you think people should...
Are you fucking shitting my dick?
It's not his fault. It's not.
Tens of millions, Capital One... Oh, I didn't get to read it all.
Yeah.
I gotta pee. But
No, get over it.
what do you think of that?
Little baby bladder.
I'll ask you first.
I agree with Mike. Like, the kid definitely should have gotten an ass kicking, but like, if there's no viable proof, there's no hard proof that it happened. I mean, like, it's a kid, so she probably like smoked pot, but I don't know. I don't know.
This guy. Oh my god.
Whoa. It
You
was
see
on
this
vibrate,
shit?
sugar tits.
You see this? Yeah, but
Yours
we
is-
all heard it.
Yours is on ring, and
We
this
all heard
dumbass
it.
was like, ah!
They heard it.
Probably. If they don't, I'm gonna be so happy.
He's gonna bleep that.
No,
part out.
I'm gonna turn the audio up to the max. But no, like we live in America where the opioid crisis is caused because of big pharmaceutical companies who are just like, yeah, doctors can put it out and they'll make thousands upon thousands with it, and it's like, there's nothing you can do about it. Like until
There's more pills on the earth than there are humans.
yeah, it's like, and until you physically make that change, and we like the American healthcare system finally goes through that overhaul, which I doubt it ever will within my lifetime, and if it does, I'll eat my own words. But until healthcare stops being privatized and it becomes publicly funded by the taxes and the taxpayers' money, like Canada, like Australia, like New Zealand, like most of the European Union, it's the only way things are ever going to fucking change.
I agree.
You have anything to add to it?
Well, he agreed with me, so I'm just agreeing with him. He should have gotten an ass whipping, but not killed.
The thing is, like, in my mindset, you guys might be different. I don't think anybody deserves to be killed. Because two wrongs don't make a right. I'll stick with that. Like, I'd much rather have a murderer or a rapist suffer in jail than get the quick, easy route of dying.
Yeah, I like. Okay, yeah.
If jail were actually suffering, because jail's
a whole different world.
There are a lot of jails that are like you can get put in somewhere and like you'll get treated differently, but it's like as everything gets pushed come to shove, you can look at it by Brock Turner because Brock Turner's a fucking rapist.
I can't believe he got let go of everything.
The fact that he's a sexual offender.
I thought it got pulled.
Nope, he has to register as a sex offender. The issue that it all comes down to again.
I don't think jail's scary enough.
It's retribution for families. That's the issue. As soon as you kill someone premeditated, as soon as you kill someone because you just wanted to do it and you're going to do it again, if you diddle kids, if you're a rapist, there are specific lines that are set where I would like to lock you in a room with 10 hungry rats and we'll just watch what happens. If you survive, congratulations. If they eat your intestines, fine by me.
That was your decision.
Like, you shouldn't have touched a kid. You shouldn't have raped someone. You shouldn't have murdered someone.
I feel like the person should be able to be tied up in every single family member, and the person that they did it to should be able to punch them in the face. Or in the balls.
Or take a piece. You know what I mean?
That's too brutal.
Take a piece.
Rip off a fingernail.
No, they should all be able to at least punch them once really hard.
What about cut by 1,000? Well,
1,000 cuts.
1,000 cuts, yeah.
It's fucked. We'll bleed out.
No, you won't. That's what 1,000 cuts was. You would never bleed out, but you would take 1,000 cuts and they were non-lethal.
That sucked.
Imagine getting... No, they have to get a paper cut in between all of their fingers and then their toes.
Paper cut between
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the fucking... No, right here on the crease of your finger.
Oh,
That's the worst,
shit.
too.
I just Jackass just went into my
I
fucking
remember
head.
watching Jackass.
Oh.
Where it's not that bad.
We're gonna put a toy car in a condom and jam it up Mike's ass.
Million views.
Move it up! What's it look like? I think you have a toy car up your ass.
It's like, I don't know what you're talking about, Doc.
It was a crazy night last night. I'm sorry. We got out of control.
Are you guys competitive?
Fuck yeah. You see me in Smash, go watch our Smash Bros. Let's Plays. Plug.
Do you think it's a problem? Or do you
No.
think it's healthy?
To a certain point it is.
Yeah.
The obsessiveness I have of trying to beat that level of Mario.
That's a little
That's
bit of a
bad. That's bad. Because you'll get angry.
Yeah.
You'll
I didn't get angry enough to throw the controller, though.
No, you were slapping the couch, though, and you were like... You were going a little overboard.
Then again, I think everybody's
Because it was
done
like
that.
not even a full
Yeah, but I mean,
second.
like...
In the world that we live in now, I think everybody, like all of us, we're all desensitized.
To a point, yeah.
To a point, but we are all desensitized.
The thing I explain to my delivery drivers at my work I work with is delivering is probably the most competitive thing you could do. It's all about how fast you get out the car, how fast you go, how fast you run back to your car and everything. You get
So why you get all
It's
those
all-
guys throwing packages?
But it's also not just that. Like, there's a kid I work with. I'm not going to give names, but if you watch this, you know who you are, you fucking asshole. You drive a Buick.
What's his name?
Cocker McSpaniel.
Like, he's just completely desensitized to it. Like, he'll take 3 deliveries at a time, and there are 3 drivers on. And I'm like, you can't do that. Like, there are 3 other people that are trying to make their livelihoods.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, I won't do it again. It's like, but you already did it. And that's what makes you a fucked up person for it.
Does he watch this show?
See, there's being fair, competitive, and then there's just being a cheater.
Like, when it comes to Smash, like, you can see my competitive nature come out because I'm very, like...
What's cheating technically?
Taking advantage of a situation.
Isn't that smart?
It's like
To a
unsportsmanlike
point.
conduct and all that.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
like messing with someone's controller or
okay.
just doing something that...
Should I do that to my brother all the time when he's hitting the field goal in the football game? Like, how you doing, Ben? Oh, sorry, Ben.
Oh,
Sorry.
shit, you missed
To
it.
be fair, it's against your brother, so it doesn't count.
Okay.
But it's like, you guys, like, you can see it if you watched our Super Smash Bros. Live stream, which another one will be coming out soon.
Mario Kart first.
Yeah, Mario Kart.
I'll beat them both.
No, you won't.
I'm so competitive with that.
That's the thing, like...
Nintendo 64 controllers, I'm fucking you both up.
There's never going to be a moment when I will ever mess with either of their controllers or give them a disadvantage to go against me. And, like, you can see it when we did our Smash Bros. Let's Play. You and Jordan both went up against me. And I, like... Yeah, I bitched about it, but, like... I wanted to push myself
To be fair,
farther.
it's 2 against 1.
Yeah, so it's like, I could have brought a CPU in, but I wanted to see how far I could go with it. I did well, I think, but, like, I'm not gonna be competitive to the point where I'm gonna cheat. Like, I just want to get better at it.
See, back in the day, I used to try to find, like, things and pieces to, like, kind of swindle my way in. But now, like, I've just been brewing with karma, where I'm too afraid to cheat, and I kind of just want to be like, this is my best. I don't want to, like, force it.
I understand loopholes, like in blackjack. If you know how to count cards, I understand why you get kicked out. But
It's not cheating.
if you know how to count cards, you should be moved to a specific table for it, where like they have measures in place to prevent that and make
Smart
it harder for you.
dealers,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have 10 decks instead of 4, 5.
Yeah. Like make it more challenging for them because those are the people who are pushing your system harder to be better.
I understand that, but then again, there is a game
You're the worst.
that is...
Little baby bladder Chad.
Cancer!
There's
Too bad.
There's a game that is made by the casino that if you play it, you can make money. Alright, then I go there, I figure out there's a system to that game. You don't like that system because it doesn't affect you. It hurts you.
Yeah.
It goes against the house. Well, that's not my fault. You're the one that introduced me to this game. I'm just finding something that you fucked up on.
Yeah,
It's a loophole.
Yeah.
It's not cheating, but it's a loophole. It's not cheating, though.
It's
in
cheating.
the
It's
game.
cheating the house, and the reason they don't
But they're
want you
cheating
to,
you. In the first... The
but
house
that's
is cheating you in the first place.
But that's the thing. It's because they're losing out on money. It comes back to greed and money.
Okay, the house will win. We'll just say the stupid number. It's not true because they win a lot more than that.
8
they
times
win
out of 10.
60%.
Okay.
We'll say 60%.
Dude, that's a real low bet, but all right.
They're winning 60%. You're winning 40%. All right. So now I have a game I figured out, and now I can win
80%.
not 80%. I'll say if it's good, I'll probably say 65%.
Like, it'll
You'd
switch places, yeah.
It'll switch places. They don't like that now. Oh no, you can't do that. Why? Well, because you're cheating. How am I cheating at something that you showed me?
Yeah.
There's no cheat. I'm just counting the. Oh, there's 10. Well, there's you got Ace, King, Queen, King. Ace, King, Queen,
13.
Jack. And that's it. Those are the high cards. 4, and there's how many cards?
10 too. But
10.
The problem is, I don't think people should be able to get kicked out for counting cards. It's not cheating, it's just knowing how to play the game.
There should be a different table
like
for it.
Yeah, but the thing is, casinos have like kind of their own laws they can go by.
It's because they're losing money.
Yeah.
That's why. But as soon as you come to video games, like, that's an entire different ballgame.
Cheating on video games is just wrong.
Because, like, that's a true level of, like, skill you have to be able to get to. Like, watching CSGO, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, there are people who are amazing at that game. But as soon as you introduce the one guy who's like, oh, I have a wall hack that let me shoot people against a background of the screen. It's like, you can't see people through walls. That's an unfair advantage. Someone who has an ungodly reaction time, let them have it. Like, they're fucking good at it. But if you have a team that's better than the guy with the reaction time, you're better than him.
All right. Well, okay. If cheating wise, they talk about that. Why don't they have like a special like Call of Duty? Oh, actually, they do have it. My fault.
Yeah.
The guy that turns onto his goggles and you can see everybody through the walls.
Yeah.
Like, it's a special ability you can get in the game, but
yeah, but
you have to kill a certain amount of people to get it.
And it can't be used like over and over and over and over and over. It's like a one time, and then you have to build back up to it. And like, there are people who are amazing at the game.
Recon, that's his name.
But it's like an Overwatch. Like, Zarya's a phenomenal character, but if you had a way to cheese her shield, you're reducing your damage and you're increasing your own output. It makes you an unstoppable force. But the fact that her shield has such a low recharge rate and it takes so long to recharge before you can use it again means you have to strategically think, alright, if I use it here, shield him, it'll save his ass, I'll get stronger, and we'll keep pushing forward.
See, it's like spamming in fighting games. Playing as Khalik in Soul Calibur. Duh.
I don't want to talk to you because we played Mortal Kombat and I don't want to play you again.
I don't spam.
I don't like you.
Who's the
just
guy?
max in bed than you,
I
motherfucker.
don't like you.
Smash Brothers. He's like OP. He has the big ass sword. He's like
Cloud?
Not Cloud.
Ike?
Starts with a G.
Ganon?
Is it Ganon? He has a big ass sword. Like, he's overpowered. He's just overpowered.
So, the thing with Ganon, he may have an amazing strength behind him,
like, yeah,
but he's slow as piss and he can't jump and recover.
Yeah, that's true. But if you
have
get
the
that
reflexes to
flying,
go around all the attacks.
But he also has, like, he has such a wind-up and such a telegraph, you can get around a lot of it.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true. But it fucking hurts.
That would have hit you in the face. I would have felt bad. That's not Ultra
Falcon's
Instinct.
badass.
We should play poker.
No.
I'm so good with Captain Falcon, though.
I'll play you again.
What
We
about
gotta bring a
Fox?
Switch.
No, I didn't.
Next week, please.
2 weeks from now.
Why do you have to go on vacation so much?
Where you going?
Caribbean cruise. We're going to Louisiana. We're going to spend a day on Bourbon Street. I'm going to send you a bunch of pictures.
Can you bring me home?
You better.
Can you bring me
I want
home
videos.
a cup? It's from this bar. They have like
I-
glowing skull cup.
No.
Come on.
No, because
Come
he owes me.
Oh,
What
she
do I owe
what?
you for? Your girlfriend broke my phone. Now I gotta pay $200 to get a new one.
Hey, who tried to help you replace your brakes and rotors?
Yeah, and
Who
you cost
gave-
me an extra fucking...
Did I? Or do you want to talk about Honda that fucking stripped the heads on the bolts? And I tried my damnedest to get them off. I even bought a fucking blowtorch to try to fix that.
I had Mike suck your penis.
That's not true. But this is just your average podcast.
I gave you a computer. Granted, it's part of it's broken now, but that's a different story. I built the computer. I do the editing. I'll fight you.
I'll do editing if I could.
Yeah, but you can't.
It's so easy. I can teach you.
He actually needs a computer that can edit
Okay.
and not take an
Get a
hour and a
Mac.
half to load.
Is that a Mac?
I couldn't even
No.
edit on this. I
I'll
tried
get a
pulling
Mac.
up that
I know
editing
you did.
program and it just wouldn't load.
Listen to me. Get a Mac.
No.
Please
Yes.
don't.
Why?
Macs are okay, but
I feel like-
with the new Ryzen generation that just came out, they're so good.
I know, but you could still find a good Mac that's not that expensive,
I have
and
one that's broken
you
in
can
the closet over
freaking buy
look
editing
at it.
software. I've done it in school. It was really good.
But
Obviously, it's not up to date,
Yeah.
but you get that constant. You can get the feel. It's like a 101. If you want to learn onto that before you go into something experience.
Yeah?
Yeah.
don't be a baby.
And I want to do.
Smart.
I want to paint a wall so we have a green screen.
I'm into that.
I have the green at the house.
Always need to buy a green sheet, bro.
Yeah, but a green
I'm sorry,
screen
you're too
gets a
cheap
better
for that.
effect.
Patty almost got me one. It was either that or the lights.
The lights were better.
Yeah.
Or you can
We need
just
a
like
camera
get
now.
a couple of pictures and just have green things in them.
That'd be amazing.
Just put them across the wall, and then you can have little videos going through in the background.
It'd be hardcore porn.
In the pit. In the pictures, you just have a whole bunch of Disney like secret penis shots.
We're at 42 minutes. We got enough for one more story.
All right.
One more.
Yeah.
Make it good.
All night long.
All night.
Let's talk about fan theories.
Oh God.
What?
Fan theories.
Fan theories about what?
Now, my problem is with the MCU and with Game of Thrones, I feel like all these people just constantly overhype things and over theorize things into like crazy fan theories that just never come true.
But you're allowed to. If you're willing to let your imagination get the better of you, that's your problem.
Does it lead to disappointment though?
No.
Like I feel like every
doesn't
Game of
matter.
Thrones theorist was disappointed.
Yeah, but that's because they built it up to something they thought would be different, and then everybody got butthurt when it wasn't the ending, and it's like they had a different view for it. You're allowed to. That's like saying at the end. That's like saying at the end of the original Avengers, they all die magically. Like everybody's like, oh, at the end of the Avengers movie, they're all gonna die. It's like I hate to tell you this. It could have happened.
In some universe.
In the first Avengers, it could have happened, but it didn't. So when push comes to shove, everybody who thought that and then got upset about it, congratulations, that's your problem. Deal with the ending that you were given.
I think it's so funny with even Endgame. Like, I'm not mad my theories are wrong because I love the way they did it. That's an example where my fan theories could have been cool, but the way they did it was pretty cool. Okay.
Wait, is this fan theory pre-watching or after
pre-watching?
Pre-watching, so you already had a...
I feel like everybody's Game of Thrones fan theories were better than what happened.
Don't hate me, but I didn't watch
Game of either.
No, I didn't care for Game of Thrones.
I watched some of the ending just because everybody was hyped, so I was like, okay, I
but
kind of understand
like,
the story.
Even like X-Men Dark Phoenix. Fan theories were like, this is what they're going to do, it's going to be awesome. Then they just fucking blow their load and just fuck it.
But here's the issue.
Yeah, that...
It's made... It's just how it's made. You can't look at the end of a story and be like, I didn't like it. If you didn't like it, rewrite another one. Do it yourself. But at the end of Game of Thrones, it happened.
But what you just said about Dark Phoenix, obviously because we know that Marvel's getting a lot of the X-Men comics, Fantastic Four movies. Do you think, because they're kind of introducing it with Spider-Man, like the Spider-Verse, it's not, spoilers, it's not true because...
Into the Spider-Verse?
No, in the Spider-Verse.
I haven't seen it.
Far
From Home.
Far From Home.
I haven't seen that
It's
one.
different.
To answer your question,
X-Men's
multiverse.
X-Men's done. Fantastic Four is slated to be in Phase 5, which Phase 4 is going to be 2 years now. We have 2 years.
Are they going to reboot it, or are they going to
kind
of...
They have to reboot it.
It's going to be their own take on it.
All right, but they should do okay, there's a different timeline where Hugh Jackman is Wolverine.
Yeah.
And then you have a different timeline.
I don't even think they're going to do that. I think it's going to be more a multiverse thing with Scarlet Witch.
That's the same thing,
Like, if we could put my friggin' MCU villain thing up.
It'll go back up.
Which
I don't care.
I really think they're going to do the Disney Plus thing leading into Doctor Strange.
Here's the issue.
With the madness?
And I'm going to push it again.
I know you don't like the whole they need Disney Plus for
Wanda can't be pulled out in any form as related to the X-Men or a mutant because you have not brought any form of the X-Men or any of the mutants in line with it.
Do you really not think writers of the MCU could make a plot where they could bring the X-Men?
No. Not right now.
Yeah.
No, look at how close it is to the last movie.
So stubborn.
Well, what's the last movie? The Endgame was the last movie.
No, I'm talking
Spider-Man.
No, I'm talking X-Men.
X-Men. Well, Dark Phoenix was the last movie.
And you also have to look at it. Marvel now owns Deadpool. If they're going to continue,
they said Deadpool's going to be the only one that's going to be in the MCU.
So
Ryan Reynolds wise.
So if Deadpool is canon, that means that everything that takes place in the X-Men universe is now canon. If they are accepting that, I have very little issue saying that, yes, you can now bring in House of M.
Okay, but will it be under Well, obviously MCU will be Marvel Studios, and then something different X-Men.
No,
Like
that'll
Marvel,
still be
like
MCU.
Marvel Studios,
gonna be
this,
MCU.
and then it's gonna be Marvel.
I think
Universe, Marvel
to put it
expansion.
It'd be interesting if they did that.
All the rated R stuff, I feel like it's going to be under Fox. Disney's going to own it.
I don't
but
think
they're still going to keep the Fox name for the rated R stuff.
I don't know if they will.
Because all the Fox stuff, the rated R stuff's going to go on Hulu. And all like the PG-13 and below stuff's going to go on Disney Plus.
Maybe.
They're not going to put New Mutants on Disney Plus. It's going to go on Hulu.
But is New Mutants MCU?
No.
Then you have to do something.
Technically, it could be.
Because
technically, they keep saying Dark Phoenix is the last X-Men movie.
But
and
who's Wanda Maximoff's father?
Magnus, motherfucker.
Magneto. Same.
But yeah.
Magnus.
No, it's
Who's
Magneto.
Magnus?
It's Magnus Maximoff.
It's
That's his
Magneto.
real name.
I thought it was Magneto. Oh, that's his real name, Magneto.
Yeah, his name's Magneto, but it's Magnus Magneto. Eric Blencher.
So,
Yeah, okay,
so
that's fine.
so the issue is they have not revealed Scarlet Witch's father, who then leads into X-Men. The reason I'm being stubborn is because it's going to be hard for the average viewer to look at it and be like, I can accept this without any pretense.
The thing that I love about this is where fan theories just are wonderful. Because you can have so many different people being like, this is how it's going to be. You have your opinion, I have my opinion. And I was right that saying that the Scarlet Witch and Vision show is going to be part of Phase 4. That's all going to link up together.
But it then falls back into, do fan theories make people salty and give them
Of course.
extremely high expectations?
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
it does. And the
Look at
issue...
Man of Steel. My expectations on
But that's
that,
the
I
thing.
still liked it, but
Man of Steel was a good DC movie.
The first one. Man of Steel?
The one where he kills Zod. Do I like that he killed Zod? Not at all.
I do. But
I do like that. Yeah.
That's-
you want to get
The
into
first
it?
one
Or
was
you
really
wanna-
good. The first one was
It's for a
really good.
different-
I do like
That was we already got into it anyway in past episodes. But it was him being an amateur, not knowing how to control his powers, him panicking and just being like,
And I feel like they brought Zod in way too early. Like
Yeah,
they
of
definitely
course.
should have like made a build-up movie where he goes to the Fortress of Solitude.
Just like Shazam's doing with Black Adam.
I
Yeah.
just want friggin' Brainiac.
That would have been an even
just wanna
better
see a
first.
brain.
That would have been a better
Big ass
first boss for him to go against.
No, I feel like you need to build up the Brainiac 'cause he's just so OP.
He is, but he's not Doomsday OP.
Yeah, Brain Doomsday was stupid.
Yeah, Doomsday should have been left like.
And especially it's like, alright, I guess Doomsday's in this for like 5 minutes.
They just threw him in there.
Where Doomsday should be like a whole movie, and they should. The problem with Doomsday, as we talked about before, is there's no emotional bond you have towards Superman.
Or any of the characters in the DC universe.
And they have like when that comic came out, they had this great poster of all the heroes carrying Superman's casket.
Or on one of the special editions,
Wonder Woman, or
Lois Lane
Lane
holding dead
him.
Superman.
Yeah, with the fucking
Cape on
flying in the
yep.
background.
And it's
Yeah.
like, that's an amazing shot, but
Yeah.
Doomsday's a character that needs to be built. Same with Brainiac, same with Zod, because Zod's supposed to live and come back after living in the Phantom Zone. There's so much they squandered with the DC universe. And as much as fan theories are cool, you guys have to remember, you're not putting millions of dollars into this. I understand you're putting time and effort into watching it and being a part of it, but after everything is said and done, you have to accept the ending for what it is, because that's how it is. There's a greater scheme for something like the MCU, but when it comes to a series like Game of Thrones, when it comes to like Breaking Bad, when it comes to The Walking Dead, as much as I hate to say it, you cannot make the ending of that show different, no matter how angry you get about it, because that's how it is.
Game of Thrones could have been different. I feel like,
But it wasn't.
My honest opinion
rushed.
is it was rushed.
It was rushed, but
Was it rushed because they want to make movies
maybe.
or spin-offs?
But the thing is that it's how it ended.
A lot of people are speculating that it was rushed because they just want to get to this Star Wars project.
Probably.
Well, Star Wars project
They're
Game of Thrones
doing.
doing Star Wars, Knights of the Republic.
Yeah.
as a show.
Yeah.
Oh, that okay. Sorry,
Which me
but
being a
I
Star Wars
came
fan,
with
I'm a little
Star-
more excited about Star
But
Wars.
I think they're also because.
But it's so funny. People are mad. They're like, we don't want him. They ruined Game of Thrones. I'm like, no, they make Game of Thrones great.
Yeah, but also because George R.R. Martin is taking so fucking long to put out this final book.
Yeah.
It's just like they
And he
wanted to.
finally admitted it's not because I wanted the show to end, just because I'm fucking fat fuck.
It's probably because they wanted
You know, George R. R. Martin was the first ticket buyer of the original Comic Con.
That's weird.
Isn't that cool?
The first ticket buyer?
Of like the San Diego Comic Con.
Back
Isn't that
when?
awesome? When it first started.
When did it first started?
I don't fucking know. You think I look up this shit? What's up?
Yeah.
That was
Not
nipping.
the rest of it.
No.
I can't. Socky.
Sucky.
But as Chad decides to down the rest of the sake,
Sucky.
Sucking these nuts.
this has been another episode of Just Your Average Podcast. You can go find us on all the social media stuff: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Facebook we don't use, but get over it. Stop.
Can we talk about that?
Like-
No,
me on Facebook.
no,
Can we talk about
no,
that? Can
no.
we talk about that?
Don't make me cut the video. Don't make me cut it. Shit happens. As far as I'm
I don't
concerned,
need no.
life happens.
Word life.
If you want to see us do more cool stuff, let us know in the comments. Send us some love, likes, dislikes, comments, all of it. But
Bring that
I'm
salt.
Chris.
I'm Chad.
I'm Mike.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell to be notified. Thanks, guys.
Touch yourself. Bye.
Not others. Drink sake.
Saki.
No.